Welcome to Love and Life, a quiet corner of the internet where we slow down, breathe deeper, and explore the emotions that make us beautifully human. Tonight's journey begins with a single question: why do humans need love? But before we begin, let's pause with a timeless thought. Love is the only sane and satisfactory answer to the problem of human existence. Erich Fromm, The Art of Loving. Why do humans need love? It's a question we've all asked in some form at some point, sometimes in moments of joy, sometimes in loneliness, and often when trying to understand what makes life truly meaningful. Tonight, I invite you to slow down with me. Let's explore love not as a fairy tale, not as a fleeting spark, but as something far deeper, a quiet force that shapes our lives in ways we rarely stop to notice. Take a deep breath, and let's begin. Chapter 1. The first language we ever knew. Before we spoke our first words, before we even understood what the world was, we understood love, the warmth of being held, the calmness in a parent's heartbeat. These early moments tell us something profound. Love is not something we learn. It is something we feel first. Long before logic or language, our nervous systems were already wired for connection. Infants who are not held, touched, or nurtured may suffer from emotional and even physical developmental delays, because to feel safe is to feel loved, and to feel loved is to grow. So if love was our first language, why do we stop speaking it fluently as we grow older? Chapter 2. Love as shelter from a loud world. In a world that constantly demands performance, results, and appearances, love remains one of the rare things that asks only for presence. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't have to explain your worth or prove yourself endlessly. To be seen, truly seen, and still accepted is one of the most healing experiences we can have. Love gives us space to rest, a pause in the chaos, a quiet reminder that no matter how noisy the outside world becomes, someone, somewhere, sees the real us and stays. And that perhaps is the deepest piece of all. Chapter 3. The universe inside every connection. Every time we connect with someone deeply, a tiny universe is born. It's a space where jokes carry memories, silences feel safe, and glances speak volumes. Love doesn't need grand gestures. Sometimes it's just knowing someone remembers how you take your tea. These little connections, quiet and seemingly ordinary, are the architecture of belonging. And as social beings, we don't just want to belong, we need to. Without love, people often feel unmoored, directionless. It's not the absence of people that hurts, but the absence of meaning in our relationships. Because in the end, love is not just something we give, it is something that gives us back to ourselves. Chapter 4. Self-love is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. Many people believe love comes from others. But if we do not cultivate love within, then no external love will ever feel enough. Self-love is not vanity. It's not looking in the mirror and saying, "I'm perfect." It's looking in the mirror and saying, "I am worthy of being treated gently, especially by me." Loving ourselves means listening when we're tired, forgiving ourselves for mistakes, speaking to ourselves the way we'd speak to someone we deeply cherish. Only when we are rooted in self-love can we offer real love to others, love that doesn't seek validation, but flows from abundance. Chapter 5. Love gives us a reason to endure. Even in the darkest of times, people have found strength in love. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, wrote, The salvation of man is through love and in love. In moments of deep suffering, he imagined his wife's face. Though he didn't know if she was alive, the memory of loving her gave him the will to survive. Love gives us reasons to stay, to try again, to keep breathing, even when logic says we should give up. When we have someone or something to love, a person, a purpose, even a pet, the world feels less empty, less cold. Chapter 6. Love is what stays when the lights dim, when the money fades, when the applause stops. What remains? Memories, moments, and most often, people we loved or who loved us back. At the end of it all, we don't think about the titles we earned or the deadlines we met. We remember how someone's laughter made our bad days better. We remember the warmth of shared silence, because in the end, love is what stays. Closing, a gentle reminder. So if tonight you're feeling a little distant, a little disconnected from the world or even from yourself, just know this. The need for love is not a weakness. It's not desperation. It's one of the most beautiful signs that we are still alive inside. To need love is to be human. To give love is to be divine. And whether you're holding someone's hand or simply holding space in your heart, you are part of what makes this world a little softer. So sleep easy tonight, dear soul. You were made for love. Good night.